Hello and welcome back. Ooh, I had a lot of fun with this one. Welcome to another 3D printed figure painting video. I've been following a couple of 3D modeling groups for a while now, supporting their work on Patreon, and Star Wars 3D Models is one of them. For a couple of dollars each month, they release full body models, busts, ships, blasters, or lightsaber hilts in amazing quality, and they provide excellent support for their Patreons. I have gigabytes of models from them already, which can be downloaded from their Gumroad store. I will put all their links into the description down below. For my first project from them, I've chosen the fearsome bounty hunter of the Outer Rim, the swift gunslinger with sass, the one, the only Cad Bane. He is a character that was introduced in the Clone Wars animated series, and since then, we've seen him in live action too in the Book of Boba Fett. If you've been following my channel for a while, you probably guessed that I'm a huge Star Wars fan, although I mainly like the original 6 movies, the animated series, and mostly the older books that are nowadays categorized as legends. From the animated shows, The Clone Wars is clearly my favorite. I love how it expanded the world of Star Wars and gave so much depth to the characters we knew and loved from the movies. It gave us many new iconic figures, and Cad Bane is certainly among the top of those, and that's why I've chosen him to print first. This one is actually a bust, not a full body figure. I might print that later too. As usual, after downloading, resizing and slicing the files, I copied them on a USB stick, filled my printer with Anycubic's plant-based eco resin in white color, added the Elegoo air purifier to minimize the smell, and the printer was good to go. I printed the files on 75% to achieve a medium size. I plan to print other busts in the same size as well. With this, it's 20 cm tall at its highest point. The files fit on 2 plates, which meant almost a full day long of printing overall. After that, I gave the parts a thorough bath in isopropyl alcohol in my Anycubic Wash Cure machine. When everything was dry, I took out my blow dryer to heat up the resin so that I can remove the supports with minimal damage and residue. You will see me in the video constantly taking off my gloves and putting them on again. What I've learned is that It's important to establish a strict protocol for ourselves, what to touch and what not to touch without gloves. Uncured resin is not safe to touch with bare hands. However, if you have already stained your gloves with resin, especially in liquid form, you have to be careful what you touch with that. So whenever I reach for a blow dryer or the lids of the printer and washing machines, I wanted to use a clean hand without gloves. However, when I was ready to remove the supports, I always got the gloves back on. Since the supports might snap if you don't heat them up enough, it's recommended to wear protective glasses as well, although I do not really see that in other YouTube videos. After removing the supports, it was time to cure the parts under UV light so that they become safe enough to touch and paint, of course. I did a short test fit if everything is the right size and nothing is missing. All was okay, so it was time for sanding. Now, I recently acquired a new drill/sanding machine, the FA535 Mini Electric Drill by Fine Art. It's relatively cheap, at least where I live. It was only about $10 to $12 or euros. I mainly use it for sanding dough. For any drilling, I still have my Tamiya electric mini drill, as the little spikes that remain after removing the printed supports are really sturdy, and with simple sandpaper it would take ages to finish them. It really did its job well, and I liked how the narrow tip reached parts in the prints that would have been hard to sand otherwise. Apart the figures being of amazing quality, I really fell in love with all the figure bases the modeling group does. They all feel crunchy and industrial, so I really had an idea to try painting it with a new technique and see how it looks. Base coat went as usual. I used Vallejo's primer in ghost grey color. After using it already on so many figures, I thought the little 200ml bottle would run out fast, but miraculously there is still almost 1/3 of the paint left. With the head, I had to be extra careful not to break anything, as the head is very thin and the breathing tubes Bane has are also prone to snap. One of them eventually did break at the final assembly, but I managed to glue it back. I'm absolutely amazed by all the details in this figure. The coat with the many layers, the realistic leather-like texture, the belt with all the bullet cases. Mwah, chef's kiss. I only had a handful of brown colors at home, so I had to plan out what goes where, and I hope you will be as satisfied with it as I was. Only after I started to apply the colors did I notice that there were some support spikes still left on the belt. I removed them later, of course. The belt's lightest brown color is Vallejo's model color 70981 orange brown. The inner coat's warm chocolate color is one of my favorites. It's model color 70859 black red, which surprisingly has nothing to do with either red or black. The outer jacket is model color 70984 flat brown. It was quite a stunt not to mix these two up, as the bottles and their colors look quite similar when next to each other. The black for the pants and the base is a simple black 70950. For the skin, I use my favorite blue, the 70966 turquoise, and for the eyes, I picked a rich red color, the 70979 vermilion. I really had great fun painting the blue. You know me already, I hate painting skin, but with this rich, thick blue, it was so easy. Maybe I should only paint aliens in future. For the bracers, I used a light color as I was planning to add silvery highlights for the metallic effect. It's model color 70972 light green blue. The hints of silver here and there are by the label PentArt in per color. Painting the little bullet cases took me so much time. I grew increasingly frustrated because even with my smallest brush, this nail art one, it was so hard to reach all the tight inner parts and not to go over the already painted ones. At first I thought, oh, this is going to be an easy kit, no skin, no yellows, no white color, what could ever go wrong? Boy, I was mistaken. All the intricate small details, the textures took me forever to complete, but I think I have learned a lot during the process. My hands became a lot more stable, shaking less and less, which is a good thing. As for the new technique I mentioned earlier, this was the first kit I used dry brushing on. Basically, you pick a bristled or brush that is not good for anything else anymore, dip it in silver, like here for example, wipe off most of the paint on a paper towel, and carefully go over the desired surface with what remained on it. It gives the surface a metallic, worn feel, which looked great on the base and the weapons. Maybe I should have tried it on the coat too, but I was just so fond of how it turned out, I did not want to ruin it in case it looks bad. So this is how it looks after some spray on varnish by Vallejo. I know this was a longer video again, so I tried to let you watch in peace and quiet and not having to listen to my rumblings all along. Thank you for sticking through the end. I have some exciting new painting projects coming up, both anime and 3D printed Star Wars again, so don't forget to like and subscribe to never miss another video. Special thanks again for the Star Wars 3D model group for this amazing model. You really are doing God's work, amigos. Thank you for watching.